This is take two. Welcome to take two. I've never actually had to do a take two before. Well, not had. There were probably many times I should have done a take two, but I didn't. Happy 2019, everybody. My name is Lion, and today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions, or, as a matter of fact, why I don't ever have them anymore. I believe that it is absolutely crucial to abandon the concept of New Year's resolutions altogether. If we are honest with ourselves, we are 7 days into 2019 as of uploading this video, and among us, you guys, how many of us have actually kept to our New Year's resolutions so far? It has been a week of 2019, and I am sure there is a non-zero number of us who have not held to our gym goals that we set for ourselves, or our eating goals, or our jogging goals, or our I'm gonna wake up on time and go to bed early goals, or anything really, like any big resolutions like that. I'm gonna drink less, I'm gonna eat less, I'm gonna do more, I'm gonna charity, I don't know, whatever it was. There are a lot of us who have failed, and it hasn't even been a full week as of recording this. So what's the problem? Is it me? Is it you? What is keeping us from reaching our goals? And I think the answer is yes, but there's a solution. See, we are creatures of habit. I remember when I would try to completely change my diet, I couldn't do it. I'm too used to eating a lot of seared meat, a lot of bacon, a lot of carbs. There are a lot of things in our lives. Waking up late, staying up late, drinking soda. That was a huge one for us in this household. Oh my gosh, that was super big. That was super tough. Drinking way more casually and often than we should. Not all at once, but like every day having a beer or two. That's a lot. That's a lot of unnecessary calories and carbs. And I'm packing a lot of extra carbs as it is. It feels like I can't do more. So instead of just quitting cold turkey like we had attempted many times, we had to adapt. We had to do it slowly. And at one point, we found ourselves not buying soda at all to keep in the house. We'd have some of every now and then if we went out to eat or something, or we'd order a 2-liter with pizza, maybe. But no, thanks, Burp. You messing up my shot. When it came to abandoning soda and drinking less beers and stuff, it didn't come all at once. Every time we tried to do it all at once, we'd ultimately fail. We convince ourselves like, oh, look at this. This is the 24-pack of Dr. Pepper on sale for $3. We'd be losing money not to buy it. And we'd end up with more soda in our house than we wanted. And then we'd drink it all, and that cycle would just repeat. But if we promised ourselves to buy less soda less often, eventually we found ourselves not craving the soda anymore, and we'd stop buying the soda, and it was great. Now we don't have any soda in the house, and we're living a slightly healthier lifestyle because of it. I had the pleasure of being part of a podcast hosted by our very own Ed Placencia. He's a very awesome member of our community, and the name of the podcast is called Foot in the Door, and he just wanted to talk to me about my life struggles and how I became a streamer, how I got into that, how I've grown. And part of that conversation really hit on this New Year's resolution point I'm trying to make. He asked me about becoming a streamer, what it was like, and the whole kind of evolution of the growth of a streamer from day one to now I'm going on year 3 very soon. What does that look like? And I told him that at the start of it, I wanted to go all in on this streamer thing. I wanted to take part-time jobs that would support me, and I'd stream on the side, and eventually it would roll over to where streaming was my full-time job, or at least more of the part-time work than the part-time jobs were, eventually evolving into that full-time dream. As you can imagine, this was a terrible idea. This was an absolutely terrible idea. My part-time jobs could not support a streaming schedule that was reliable. I could barely support myself on those jobs to keep this home over my head, to keep myself fed. It did not work. So over time, I was able, thank by the grace of God and my awesome roommate who helped me land the job, I got a full-time job, pays very well, it's very generous with benefits, and it's also a schedule that I can keep and I can reliably stream, because that is so important in the streaming business. You have to be consistent, and I can finally be consistent, and soon I'll be consistent in evenings, and I think that's going to be better for all of us. It's all about small, beneficial changes over time. You can't just go all in, because if and when that doesn't work out, You have nothing. And this rings so true for New Year's resolutions, I feel, because we set this big mountainous thing in front of us. We say, I'm going to achieve this on December 31st. You are ready. December 31st is over, and then January 1st comes, and you're like, I'm going to do it. And then you do it. And then second comes, it's like, okay. And then the third comes, and you're like, maybe tomorrow. And the fourth comes, and you're like, well, I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't do it today. Definitely going tomorrow. And it's just a spiral from there, and we get so disheartened when that happens, and then we get so unmotivated to even try anymore. So I implore to anyone who has any New Year's resolutions, abandon them and make life goals. You've heard it before. You can start change at any time. You can start change today, now. You can sit up, stop watching this video, do 10 push-ups, put it out right now. You can hit the K button, pause the video, and do 10 push-ups right now. No gym membership fee. Don't have to go anywhere. Don't have to get dressed. Don't have to put pants on. That's the best part of working out at home. You can just do 10 push-ups now. You can do anything in pieces. Going to the gym, don't have to start there. You can do plenty of stuff at home. Don't even need equipment. There's even like programs that are coming out now. Some of them are free. They'll put out just what you can do to build muscle, lose fat, whatever, at home. Don't have to go outside. For an introvert like me, not going outside, that's my kind of workout regimen. You want to eat better, piecemeal it. Start with little things. If you don't even want to cook, you can start by, like, there's some Healthy Choice has some stuff that I like. It's pretty good. Not the most filling thing in the world, but if I eat 4 of these meals in a day to keep me full, I think that's barely 1,000 calories between them, depending on which ones I buy. If you're into cooking, cook 1 to 2 meals a week. The rest of it could be whatever, but make sure those few meals that you make are good for you, if that's your goal. Or if you just want to get into cooking, 1 to 2 meals a week. You can do it on the weekends. Fit your schedule. It doesn't have to be all the time. I'll tell you what, I did a week where I cooked every meal. It was really cool. It was an experiment where I did $1 a meal, and it was pretty neat. I spent $21 on groceries for an entire week's worth of meal. It was cool, but I spent so much time. I got so exhausted cooking, and now I just don't live a lifestyle that benefits that anymore. So adapt where you need, of course. The sleep schedule. The sleep schedule is a big one. I keep telling myself I'm going to go to bed at the same time every day and then wake up at the same time every day. I'll tell you what, neither of those two things happens, he says, holding a cup of hot coffee at 7:15 at night. But you got to make yourself do those little changes at a time. Little things. Start a routine in some areas, especially for the morning thing. I've heard those are great. That I can't speak on because I just haven't done it. And this is an interesting point that I've read in a lot of psychology articles, a lot of stuff. If you have goals you have not yet accomplished, don't tell anybody that you're starting to go for it. And this is really weird, but it's an interesting psychological phenomenon. If I were to tell you, oh yeah, you know, I've started working out 3 times a week to try and lose weight, and people praise me for that, I get this rush, this chemical rush in my head that makes me feel like I've already accomplished that goal, makes me complacent and content, and makes me no longer, or rather less likely to be motivated to actually achieve the goal. I already got that chemical appreciation in my head. I got the praise of others. I've done what need be done to actually get some kind of reward, so why do more? It's an interesting thing. So if you have goals you haven't set out to do yet, or you haven't accomplished, keep it on the under lock and key. It's weird to say that, but just it could help you. It could actually help you. That could be something that is keeping you from chasing your goals. So I am rambling. I don't have a script for this. I usually script these things out, but this has been all ad-libbed, and I think I'm actually doing a pretty good job for a second take. I had to do it once, and that was just a meh. But if I'm going to summarize, when it comes to resolutions, instead of having a New Year's resolution, have a life-term goal or a year goal. Have a plan where you can piece it all into smaller bits, and you can track your progress too. That has been huge for me, being able to track my little successes instead of glaring at this one big thing I haven't accomplished. It looks like failure to me. That is huge. And so that's another thing to not get caught up on. There's not going to be immediate returns. You need that long-term plan, is what I'm trying to say. So I wanted to record this because I know everyone's going to be all about New Year's resolutions. Hooray, I'm going to do this with my life. I'm going to be a better person. New year, new me. But I implore you to just instead just have goals and work towards them in little bits. That is the summary of today's anti-New Year's resolution video. I hope maybe it rang with somebody who's failed more times than they care to admit at New Year's resolutions. Hopefully this will be a small bit of encouragement to just be easy on yourself, do it a step at a time, make small, calculated, beneficial changes. And who knows, before you know it, you might be where you want to be, or at least you'll see that you're on the track to where you want to be, and that is good. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today's vlog video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know where the like button's at, you know where the subscribe button's at. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm looking forward to this year. I'm gonna keep trying. Guys, I know I fail at this YouTube thing. I don't know what's up with that. I think streaming takes up a lot of my time, and I know, or at least pray and hope, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The fact is we're here right now, right? And I love you, and I thank you for being here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.